what we're about here at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, the alien of combat sport. And may we rise above the night sky and rain down blows viciously on all our deniers. And announce here today that Bare Knuckle FC has no love for the big glove. So let's get going, Bare Knuckle. Let's go, Florida. And let's announce some incredible matchups, some shock signings, and the most lucrative tournament in all of combat sport, where we crown in an open weight the baddest man on the planet. Let's go, give it up. Come on.
The air in the arena crackled, charged with an almost primal energy. A voice, hoarse with conviction, boomed over the expectant crowd.
Yeah, you're welcome back, because I welcomed you back. Yeah. October 11th is your date, and you'll dance for me, boy. You'll dance for the owner, and then we can talk. But your date is October 11th. Yeah. Michael Perry, the return of Platinum, and we've got some hell of an announcement for an opponent for you.
This wasn't just a simple announcement. It was a pronouncement, a demand issued from the heart of a burgeoning fight empire. The words delivered with a unique blend of swagger and intensity.
Michael Perry, the return of Platinum, and we've got some hell of an announcement for an opponent for you. One of the baddest men to ever grace the Ultimate Fighting Championship when it comes to bare knuckle, and he's going to throw down with you in front of me for my viewing pleasure, and then I'll decide if you're worthy.
The speaker, a figure instantly recognizable to millions, was none other than Conor McGregor, in his role as a bare knuckle fighting championship promoter. His appearance at yesterday's BKFC Press Conference wasn't just anticipated. It was a seismic event, transforming a routine media day into an unmissable spectacle. This iteration of McGregor, stepping into the promoter spotlight, delivered one of his most compelling and, frankly, unhinged performances to date. The sheer force of his personality, his unbridled passion for the sport, injected a dizzying surge of energy, a tangible intensity that electrified the room. It was a chaotic symphony, yet one that undeniably captivated, influencing every athlete on stage, pushing the entire event into a realm of exhilarating madness. This wasn't just a press conference. It was a masterclass in promotional theater, raw, unfiltered exhibition of what happens when the lines between entertainment and combat blur. In this video, we'll dive deep into every wild moment, every audacious claim, and analyze what it truly means for the brutal, beautiful world of bare knuckle fighting. From the moment McGregor stepped onto that stage, bathed in the harsh lights of the press conference, his presence was undeniable. His face, flushed with exertion and fervor, was a canvas of deep, ruddy tones, a stark contrast to the comparatively calmer complexions of those around him, including Mike Perry and David Feldman. He looked, to some, on the verge of spontaneous combustion, a man utterly consumed by the moment.
Get going, bare knuckle! Let's go, Florida! And let's announce some incredible matchups, some shock signings, and the most lucrative tournament in all of combat sport, where we crown in an open weight the baddest man on the planet. Let's go, give it up! Come on!
Yet, for all the raw intensity, there was an undeniable magnetism to his performance. You might question his methods or the sheer volume at which he operated, but you couldn't deny his absolute commitment to his role. This was no perfunctory appearance. This was a man who believed, with every fiber of his being, in the savage art of bare knuckle fighting. He embodied the very essence of BKFC, an organization that proudly brands itself as the alien of combat sport. McGregor's words weren't just spoken, they were bellowed, a rallying cry for the unorthodoxy they championed.
This is what we're about here at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, the alien of combat sport. And may we rise above the night sky and rain down blows viciously on all our deniers. And announce here today that Bare Knuckle FC has no love for the big glove. So let's get going, Bare Knuckle.
Say what you will about McGregor's flamboyant style, but his ability to generate genuine excitement for an event is unparalleled in modern combat sports. While the UFC's own promotion often feels formulaic, sometimes even listless, McGregor injects a raw, unpredictable vitality that instantly captures attention. Dana White, for all his undeniable success, often appears burdened by the vast machinery of the UFC. His announcements delivered with a weary resignation, often from the quiet confines of his phone. McGregor, by contrast, operates with an almost evangelical zeal, a clear, tangible pride in the work being done within BKFC. It's a promotional style that's undeniably unorthodox, bordering on outright theatrical screaming, but it's a refreshing alternative to the more corporate, subdued approach that has become commonplace. There's a palpable energy to McGregor's voice when he speaks about the sport, a visceral engagement that translates directly to the audience. He paints vivid pictures with his words, igniting imaginations and building suspense for the brutal contest to come. This is a promoter who doesn't just read off a teleprompter. He performs the promotion, inhabiting the role with a passion that few others in the industry can match. The announcements themselves were delivered with this characteristic McGregor flourish, each matchup framed with a dramatic gravitas. A wrestling background who has done very, very successfully here in this company, and he's against a UK H-Crown champion here in Bern. That's a champion versus champion belt. US versus UK. That's a humongous belt and more power to the gentleman. I'm excited for that one for sure. His voice, though strained by the sheer force of his delivery, conveyed a deep personal investment in the matchups. There were moments where his eyes seemed heavy, battling to stay fully open, almost as if the sheer intensity of the moment was physically draining. Yet, he pushed through, his unique vocal cadence, a gravelly timbre that some might describe as a battle-hardened rumble, only deepening as the press conference progressed. This particular vocal texture has become a distinctive mark of his high-energy public appearances, a conversational shift that signals his heightened state of engagement. Then came the boldest declaration, setting the stage for what BKFC hopes will be its defining moment.
Batman.
Right now, I'm going to announce the most lucrative tournament in all of combat sports, where we title in an open weight, the baddest man on the planet.
The sheer ambition of a $25 million open weight tournament immediately captured headlines. For years, fans have yearned for something similar in the UFC, a true test of unbridled combat without the constraints of weight classes, a return to the no-holds-barred ethos of the early days of MMA. While BKFC's interpretation of open weight might not be a complete free-for-all, the idea of a flyweight like John Dodson facing a heavyweight like Ben Rothwell is, as the narrator aptly put it, psychotic. The intent is clear, to crown a true baddest man on the planet through a brutal, high-stakes gauntlet. The winner of this tournament stands to gain a staggering $15 million, a sum that eclipses the career earnings of 99.9% of UFC fighters. In a landscape where the financial disparity between promoters and fighters is a constant point of contention, this prize money is a revolutionary statement, a bold challenge to the established order. Some critics might dismiss this venture as a circus fight tournament, a sideshow chasing fleeting attention. But in a period where the traditional giants of combat sports, particularly the UFC, have at times felt stagnant, delivering events that lack the raw, unpredictable excitement fans crave, perhaps a ticket to the circus is exactly what the audience desires. The allure of bare knuckle fighting lies in its inherent brutality and raw authenticity. It strips away the gloves, the padding, and much of the pretense, returning combat to its most primal form. This resonates deeply with a segment of the audience that feels modern MMA has become too sanitized, too corporate. BKFC, with its audacious events and McGregor's passionate promotion, offers an unvarnished alternative. McGregor himself articulated this sentiment, subtly at first, then with increasing directness, drawing parallels to his own career path. For our combatants to be rewarded in that way, to join this rise, truly be on the board with us as we rise up this ladder of combat sport for me. I fought my heart and soul. I gave everything to the rise of a company, and I got nothing.
If they want the UFC, I'm ready to fight. Yeah. I've said that, no problem. If the UFC want me to slot into that co-main event, they should give me and help. What that is, me slotting into the co-main event is help boosting their brand over fighter rhetoric that they have. And there's no problem with that. But if they want me to push that, and I have no problem with pushing that, give me my rightful shares in the UFC company. That's what I'm saying.
His argument stems from a different perspective. A belief that his unparalleled contribution to the UFC's skyrocketing popularity throughout his prime deserved more than just fight purses. He saw himself as a co-creator of the phenomenon, an architect of the brand's global reach, and thus, entitled to a slice of the ownership pie. It's an ongoing saga that has played out publicly for years. McGregor has been consistently vocal about his desire for equity in the UFC, a demand often met with resistance from the organization's top brass, including Dana White, Hunter Campbell, and especially Ari Emanuel. Yet, when one considers his astronomical pay-per-view sales, the unprecedented fan engagement he generated, and the legions of new eyes he brought to the sport, his argument, while bold, isn't entirely without merit. It's difficult to deny the transformative role he played in the UFC's ascent. The company, for better or worse, wouldn't be the global powerhouse it is today without his magnetic presence and promotional genius. He himself alluded to this, framing any potential collaboration with the UFC as a boon for their brand, not justice.
I want Conor to talk about how important this is.
Do you understand how incredible that is? For our combatants to be rewarded in that way, to join this rise, truly be on the board with us as we rise up this ladder of combat sport. For me, I fought my heart and soul. I gave everything to the rise of a company, and I got nothing for it. Now here we are, our company, my company. We give back to the fighters who bleed for us. So welcome to the owner's table, our world champions and our UK champions. We are in this together.
Throughout this particular press conference, there were repeated visual cues that added to the perception of McGregor's heightened state. Moments where he would clutch at his chest or exhibit seemingly restless energy, further fueled the audience's fascination with his high-octane delivery. It's a behavior that, regardless of its origin, has become a distinctive part of his public persona, often prompting spirited discussion and speculation among viewers. Many find this amplified version of McGregor to be peak entertainment, a truly captivating spectacle that injects a much-needed jolt of unpredictability into the often staged world of press events. His appearances at BKFC events, with their raw energy and unfiltered expressions, consistently deliver some of the most memorable and talked about moments in combat sports media. But McGregor wasn't the only source of chaos and captivating drama at this media day. While he commanded the spotlight, other fighters seized their moments, contributing to an atmosphere of pure, unadulterated pandemonium. Mike Perry, Platinum, a fighter whose personality perfectly aligns with the brutal authenticity of bare knuckle boxing, delivered some of the wildest exchanges of the night. His confrontational style and unapologetic trash talk were on full display. During one particularly
Every time easy work, he ain't doing nothing but sleeping.
If I was easy work, how come you haven't stepped up yet?
Because I knocked you out twice, stupid.
What's up with that?
Fuck you, you don't do shit. I should have told your daughter that night in the elevator when you was talking shit, or you were being so nice you weren't talking shit. I should have been like, you know what happened the first 2 times I met your daddy? You know what happened the first 2 times me and your daddy met? Oh.
Yeah, but none of that shit fucking matters because I'm the real fucking champ. I'm the real fucking king of violence, and I'm gonna prove to all y'all. Look at this shit. Let's go.
Hey, you walk around looking like an idiot.
I'll whoop your ass.
Fuck you, bitch. Do it then.
You couldn't even beat Jake Paul.
This side of the table
Couldn't even
versus
beat
that
Jake
side
Paul.
of the table. How's it gonna go?
Who loses to Jake Paul?
Don't get it. No, don't do that. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Munzel and Perry.
Perry's appeal lies in his unapologetic authenticity. He may not have been an elite MMA fighter, and his traditional boxing career saw a loss to Jake Paul. But in the gritty, unforgiving world of bare knuckle, his aggressive persona and willingness to engage in pure, unfiltered combat make him a fan favorite, a true embodiment of the promotion spirit. And then there was Julian Let Me Bang Bro Lane, a fighter known for his explosive personality, whose past viral moments made him a natural target for the provocations of the press conference. He found himself caught in a verbal crossfire, visibly agitated by his opponent's taunts.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
You could already
already fought me, but you said no, you wouldn't have enough time.
No, I had a broken finger, but I still would have slapped you about your little fool. Your head's pregnant, bro.
Come on.
You've got a bump on your forehead. It needs to go down. It's 9 months gone.
That was pretty
Deliver the baby.
You
It's
can't
huge.
fight.
I'll punch up and split it open.
Who you knocked out?
Knocked my last opponent out.
That was your first one.
about 2 of you.
Congratulations. Let's do a barbecue,
It was
everybody.
about 2 of you.
That was his first
man.
knockout in 20 years
I'm
career.
gonna put you to bed like
When
a
you
cranky
started
ass little
boxing,
toddler, bro.
I was still playing soccer. 20 years you've been boxing. That's your first fucking knockout?
Look at my resume, man. I fought
What's
the best
your
of
resume?
everybody.
And you lost
fought
to everybody.
The best of everybody.
And
Never
you
had
lost.
an easy fight. Never had an easy fight. Never had a full camp till now.
Oh,
till
damn.
now.
Damn.
I'm 5-0 right now.
I'm feeling
Nobody's
for you.
beating me when I'm at my best.
Bro, you 8-7. What are you
Nobody's
talking about?
beating me.
And then their female fighters got in on the action, bickering back and forth throughout the entire night, their voices rising above the din of the room.
That wasn't even because you and your ghetto ass team with a bunch of motherfucking ratchets, and I got something for you.
Team.
I got something for you.
Yo,
I got
you need to chill out a little bit.
Fuck off, little bitch.
Listen,
This is the ratchet,
I see
bro.
a Mundell
You're the fucking champion of motherfucking ratchets.
This was not subtle trash talk. It was raw, unfiltered, and deeply personal, echoing the unvarnished aggression inherent to bare knuckle combat. This media day was, without exaggeration, an absolute cinematic experience. It transcended the typical format, becoming a performance piece in itself, a raw, unpredictable spectacle that captivated from start to finish. I genuinely can't recall the last time a combat sports press conference delivered this level of continuous, compelling entertainment. McGregor's intense promotional energy seemed to permeate every corner of the room, inspiring or perhaps merely unlocking a similar ferocity in everyone on stage. The entire event was a symphony of shouting, taunting, and thinly veiled threats, and frankly, I reveled in every minute of it. The sheer audacity and entertainment value of this BKFC press conference stand in stark contrast to the often stale and predictable media events produced by more established promotions. The UFC, despite its global dominance, frequently delivers press conferences that feel muted, lacking the genuine spontaneity and raw emotion that exploded from the BKFC stage. There's a vital lesson here for the industry. Sometimes what audiences truly crave isn't just carefully choreographed professionalism, but a dose of unbridled, unpredictable human drama. The line between competitive sport and compelling entertainment is always fluid, and BKFC, with McGregor at its promotional helm, seems to be mastering the art of walking that line with a fearless, almost reckless abandon. They are leaning into the spectacle, embracing the chaos, and in doing so, they are carving out a unique and increasingly influential space in the combat sports landscape. This isn't just about fights. It's about narrative, about personalities colliding, about the raw, unfiltered human element that often gets lost in the polished corporate machinery of bigger promotions. BKFC is cultivating a roster of fighters whose personas are as impactful as their punches, and they're giving those fighters a platform to be their most authentic, unedited selves. This leads to moments of genuine, jaw-dropping television, the kind of content that spreads like wildfire across social media, drawing in casual viewers alongside hardcore fans. The audacity of their open weight tournament, the shocking levels of prize money, and the unfiltered promotional style of Conor McGregor are all calculated moves to disrupt the status quo and establish BKFC as a formidable, if unconventional, force. They are not merely competing. They are creating a new blueprint for combat sports entertainment, one built on the foundations of raw human drama and an unapologetic embrace of spectacle. Anyways, that's the deep dive into yesterday's wild BKFC press conference. It was a masterclass in captivating chaos and a bold statement from a promotion ready to shake up the entire combat sports world. Let me know what you think about BKFC's aggressive marketing methods in the comments below. Do you believe that with Conor McGregor as their lead promoter, they can truly become a dominant player in the game? And considering his passion for promotion, do you think he should focus solely on that role, leaving his fighting career behind him? As always, if you found this video insightful and entertaining, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to Star Watch 247 yet, now is the perfect time to do so for more deep dives into the most explosive stories in the world of sports and entertainment. I genuinely appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.